All right, we are nearing the end of our journey through the Bill of Rights. There's 2 amendments left. We're going to look at the 9th Amendment for this video. And this one's a little bit tricky, so we'll kind of get into this a little bit. When we're looking at the 9th Amendment, we always want to start with these amendments, start with the actual text, right? It uses some big words here, so we're going to kind of go through this. It says, the enumeration in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed to deny or disparage others retained by the people. Okay, fancy language. What does that mean? Enumeration means to kind of list things out or to number them. So they're saying that even though we've listed some rights and protections before this in the other amendments to the Constitution, that does not mean that people don't have other rights in addition to that. They were just really afraid that by adding a Bill of Rights, they would kind of be putting a limit on our rights and freedoms. And they didn't want it to be like, oh, if it's not specifically listed, then the government must be able to do it. They wanted to be clear that just kind of, hey, we can't list every single right or freedom that you have. And don't take this list to mean that that's the only rights that you have. So 9th Amendment, part of the Bill of Rights, obviously the first 10 amendments. And again, the idea is just it protects rights not specifically listed in the Constitution. Kind of vague, right? So it's not the most specific of the amendments. And it was just part of this big debate that was going on during the writing of the Constitution and during the writing of the amendments and adding to them. They just wanted to say, like, hey, we can't list out every single thing. And that people still have these other rights that they should assume. Basically, they wanted to flip it to say that how you should read the Constitution is just different. That's what they're trying to do that. Okay, so why does this matter? It kind of helps protect things like privacy, individual freedom, and other just unlisted rights that we have. Okay, trying to prevent the government. Again, the whole idea is trying to limit the government's power with these amendments for the most part. Okay, so it protects your personal freedoms. That's how it affects you. It ensures your rights aren't limited to just what's in the Constitution. And then the big thing here, it's an instruction as to how to read the rest of the Constitution. It's kind of like saying, hey, you need to look at this as we are listing out powers the Constitution that the government has, but that's all the government gets. If we don't give it to the government, they can't assume that they have that power, that it is like we should just assume, try to err on the side of people's rights. So that's what they're going for there. And just basically don't assume that the rights and protections are only those listed in the first 8 amendments. Okay, so that's it for the 9th. And then we'll see when we get to the 10th in the next video how this combines to kind of, they were just trying to cover all bases with the 9th and 10th Amendment as they finished out the Bill of Rights. So hopefully this helps. And if you have any questions, let us know. Thank you.